Well, we're doing a site assessment to see if it's feasible to have the construction of the cells at this facility.
By providing a location for production, it's perfect because it's an old assembly plant, and because of the location next to a Crowley logistics, it provided the logistics we needed to push the product out the door. So it was really a perfect site to do what we needed to do.
About less than a quarter of a mile away from Crowley, which is a shipping company. The rail system a quarter of a mile away from any loading dock for disaster relief efforts.
The Marine Rapid Deployment Force, their ships are over at Blunt Island, which is just downriver. The river is deep enough for a rapid deployment ship to come up here and pick up a container and bring it in. So if there was an emergency scenario where you actually had to take some of our product very quickly, this place is perfect because you can unload, offload very quickly from this point.
They will come in, they will bring them in here, they got
disaster relief. Right. Marines come over, do the same thing, come over. They got facilities, they got the boats that can unload anywhere.
The people who come here and help build these facilities will spin off businesses of their own. And those new businesses will be new commercial enterprises that are city-based, that are community-based, and will go out and revitalize economically downtown and the communities in downtown Jacksonville. There's an enormous historical component here. This was one of the early production facilities for the Model T Ford, for the first commercially successful automobile in the United States.
The building was built in 1924 by the Ford Motor Company. With the idea, he made the parts for the automobiles in Michigan, put them on a ship, and they came out into the ocean and to Jacksonville and up the St. Johns River right here. They'd unload the parts, and there'd be a conveyor belt here and one over here assembling the parts, and there'd be an automobile rolling out on the end down there about every hour and a half, 2 hours.
I love the site. I mean, with this, you can transform this into beautiful, sustainable designs. There's an angle of the roof that you can actually make into a solar farm, which could feed the need for energy that we're going to have.
There were 4 or 5 of these Ford facilities around the country, and several of them are now operating as manufacturing facilities. We need to find out the history of how that was done in some of those facilities and see if there are any lessons there that we can bring here to help this happen faster.
They're welcoming the help, and they try to expedite things as far as customs access, any type of visa needed, no problems, you know. So that's why I decided to stay with the Dominican Republic. But then Haiti came along, and it's in the same island.
Oh, yeah.
So it makes sense as far as logistics. If we're able to implement something in the Dominican Republic, we could for sure assist.
This would be just an ideal location for the CEL facility, both in terms of logistics, in terms of carbon footprint, in terms of sustainability.
So we have the ability to save a landmark in the city, but at the same time, we have the ability to actually have the space to do mass production of the containers for Juan Carlos, and also get them over to Crowley or to some other shipping agency to get them to the destination they need to go.
This is just the ideal location for CEL, and we're going to work very, very hard to see to it that this is where CEL is.